wants on The Undertaker as an opponent. That's a luxury. He's the greatest, or has to be included in that conversation, like tip of the spear. Is one of the very few that uses aura and mystique completely to his advantage in a very legitimate sense. Whether you get swept up in the moment or you just lose focus, he's someone that carries a certain aura about him, and it's undeniable. And I figured there wasn't a better statement than like, go after the one everybody thinks is the man, and that's The Undertaker. And don't do it like you did in your debut. Don't go up to him and shake his hand and say, thanks for saying I did great, sir. In the moment, it was awesome. But, you know, looking back on it 20 years later, I went out there saying the one thing I have that Kurt Angle doesn't have is ruthless aggression. And then when someone of merit comes and shakes my hand, what do? Oh, thank you so much. Wonderful moment to participate in. Did nothing for me as a superstar. But the cool thing is I learned that and then kind of put it into practice in 2003. I remember talking a whole lot of trash about him on the lead up to this match.
And in vengeance, I'm gonna prove the big dog is all bark.
I had such a chip on my shoulder. I kind of had a rebirth, the hip-hop John Cena, the doctor of thugonomics. I thought I was gonna shock the world. That's how ready I was. Boy, was I wrong. So my confidence got to be arrogance, and that I was served a huge slice of humble pie. I had to face the music after talking a lot of trash and came up short. So we talked about 2003, and let's fast forward I don't know, a decade and a half. I'm kind of at a loss, and I hit a bit of a rough patch where I was kind of running out of options to participate in WrestleMania. I can't muster a win in the Rumble. The next opportunity I have, I squander. So with about a month to go, I was put in a corner of like, how do I get to WrestleMania? I came up with an idea to look to the one attraction that is associated with WrestleMania. WrestleMania is The Undertaker. If I could drum up enough interest from the WWE Universe, maybe this would be something that they'd want to see. And if they want to see it, I'm really not forcing myself on like, I get this opportunity just because I'm John Cena. So I went on TV and I called him out.
Well, screw it. I challenge The Undertaker to a match at WrestleMania.
And no one had heard from The Undertaker, no one had seen The Undertaker, nobody knew what The Undertaker's position was, whether he was going to show up or not. But every week, I would let the WWE Universe know, like, this is something you want to see, right? And overwhelmingly, they would let me know that it was. So this meeting, which is actually one of my favorite build-ups to a WrestleMania and one of my favorite WrestleManias of all time, happened out of desperation. The mystique of being in a WrestleMania ring with The Undertaker is special. And this one was a great story. I'll never forget this WrestleMania experience. I really won't. It was special to me because it was the first time in about 15 to 20 years I got to watch WrestleMania as a fan. I always have to peek through the curtain. I got to go out and sit there. I could lose myself in the pageantry. I could lose myself in the event. And having that opportunity, that very rare opportunity, to see WrestleMania from both sides, from over the barricade and then in the ring, and then when you're in the ring, be in there with The Undertaker, that's what makes it absolutely unforgettable. There is no shame in losing to The Undertaker, especially at WrestleMania. Now, I called him out, and I had to pay the price for it. But seeing the spotlight back on The Undertaker after he defeated me so quickly, that made it a whole lot easier to handle.
here is your winner, The Undertaker!
When we approach legacy, I think Triple H has done it as good or better than anybody else. A name that must be considered in the greatest of all time.
I've done everything that there is to do. Every accolade, every championship.
And his dedication to WWE, that puts him in a class by himself. Triple H and I have had some epic matches.
Two icons in their prime.
I have developed, not by my choosing, the moniker of one of the most polarizing superstars in the history of WWE. I was new. I was brash.
Yeah.
People still really enjoyed the WWE the way it was. I was a beacon of change that they didn't want. When you introduce the cerebral assassin into that equation, Triple H, the game, he was very aware of the environment and how to poke the bear of the WWE universe to get them to really turn against me, to paint me in the light of like, this young kid doesn't have the ability that I have and doesn't belong here, and I hear you, you don't want him here. So allow me to use that as a psychological advantage when I go into these contests.
It's never been personal between you and me. What it comes down to is being the best.
WrestleMania 22, Triple H was the standard, and it was a proving ground for me. A lot of people questioned, do I belong? Fast forward to 2008, I think now you can view Triple H versus myself as an attraction, not an achievement.
The two most important figures in WWE today.
2008 was, man, I can't miss this, because it is Godzilla versus King Kong.
Triple H versus John Cena.
Are you ready? I thought I had his number. I tapped him out at WrestleMania with the whole world watching. Triple H showed me that even the greatest have to regroup and come back even better the next time around.
here is your winner, and still the WWE Champion, Triple H!
AJ Styles came into the WWE with an enormous resume, having done everything, everywhere, except for WWE. He debuted at the Royal Rumble to a lot of buzz.
Can it be? AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, is here!
Your first WWE match is your first day on the job, period. And he needed somebody to bring who he is at his core out of him.
Man, what if just for one time AJ Styles could face off against John Cena?
I'm gonna run circles around you and I'll be the one saying, you can't see me. What if AJ Styles would have been here 15 years ago? You wouldn't have been a 15-time World Heavyweight Champion. I, AJ Styles, will be the face that runs this place.
The right thing to do for AJ Styles to exist in the WWE was give him identity.
Beat up John Cena!
Beat up John Cena. That became his identity, and that gave him a foothold. It's like the first time I was able to take off the boots and tights and rhyme 2 words together. It was just something to hold on to, and something for fans to believe in you for. AJ was basically perfect that night. He had an answer for everything. Losing at SummerSlam hurt. But I knew with the right work and preparation, I'd get another chance at him. I knew we weren't done yet.
Here is your winner, the phenomenal